Alrighty guys, Just Sunstrider here. Welcome to what will be a bit of a controversial mod concept. This is going to be an Alien to Advent conversion mod, and to people new to my channel, I always thought Advent was way cooler than the Aliens. Their slick armor design, fancy weapons, mysterious language is so much better. And I just think that the aliens have kind of been overused in the past with sci-fi games, and humanoid enemies were freshening it up. At least to me. I know a lot of people would probably disagree with me. I know when I first told Kyle about this mod concept, he kind of criticized it and said it was the other way around, where alien puppet governments were instead overused, kind of like the Combine from Half-Life, which I guess I can see his point. Not gonna lie, I can see his point. But my opinion still stands. I still think Advent are way cooler than the aliens, and I could always use some more balatan in my life. So this is going to replace all the units with Advent Counterparts with similar abilities, as well as some add-on units for funsies. So starting it off, we have an Advent Psi Adept. It's going to replace the Sectoid. 10 HP, 0 armor, 70 aim, 80 will, 13 mobility, Advent Make Rifle, doing 5 to 7 damage to an alien Psyap. They have Mind Fray, Erase Dead, and Soulfire, 3 to 4 damage. Each Psyadept will have its own separate cooldown on Mind Fray, unlike the vanilla Sectoids. I don't know if World of the Chosen Sectoids have a kind of a shared cooldown on my Mind Fray, but if they do, that's not going to happen here with the Psyadepts. And of course, Psyadepts will not have weaknesses to melee because they're Advent and not actually Sectoids. Moving on to the Advent Grapple Trooper, which is pretty much a budget skirmisher, but don't worry about it. 10 HP, 3 armor, 70 aim, 70 will, 13 mobility, dodge and defense 0. Advent Make Rifle, 5 to 7 damage, grappling equipment, and a poison dart gun. They can grapple, they have Whiplash, 30 turn cooldown between uses. Bind, fire your grapple at the target. If it hits, the target is bound and electrocuted. Takes 1 to 3 damage per turn until the bind is broken. Obviously, taking damage will break the bind. You have Marauder, so shots don't end their turn and they have 3 action points. They have a poison dart. It fires a poison dart at the enemy. If it hits, they take 1 point of damage and suffer from poison to replace the Viper's poison spit. You have an Advent Flag Bearer, 20, which is an add-on, 20 HP, 3 armor, 75 aim, 70 will, 13 mobility, dodge and defense 0, Advent Flag 2 to 4 damage, make pistol 4 to 5 damage. They have a War Cry, bolsters all friendly units within a 10 tile radius, grants plus 10 to aim and will, and plus 5 to defense and mobility. Fanfire, they can fanfire with their Advent Make Pistol. They can do lightning hands with their Make Pistol. Flag Whack, rush and whack an enemy with your flag within movement range. Flag bearer animations may be a little wonky. Maybe you can use the primary secondaries. Sword animations if the original monitor is okay with it and all that stuff. But it's just an add-on, not a key replacer. Advent Heavy Assault Trooper, which will replace the Mutons. 20 HP, 3 armor, 80 aim, 70 will, 13 mobility, Advent Make Cannons, 7 to 9 damage, Advent Experimental Blade, 5 to 7 damage, Plasma Grenade, Skill Suppression Combatives, Momentum, so if they do like a range or slash attack on an enemy, they get a free momentum action, and Cutthroat, which ignores the armor of organic enemies. Advent Light Assault Trooper, which is an Archon replacer, 15 HP, 3 armor, 70 aim, 70 will, 13 mobility, dodge and defense 0. Advent Make Rifle, 7 to 9 damage and a weaponized jetpack. Launch to a new location on a 3-turn cooldown, costs 1 action point, kind of like the Icarus armor or the Advent Synthenoids if you ever use that enemy mod. Rocket Barrage, fly high in the air and fire a barrage of rockets. The rockets take 1 turn to find their target, then hit the ground. Units cut, take 4 to 5 damage. Same radius as Blazing Pinions. It's pretty much Blazing Pinions, but with a jetpack and not an Archon. Melee dash, rocket dash to an enemy within movement range and swing at them. With the butt of your gun does 4 to 5 damage to replace the Archon staff attack, but you don't have to worry about Battle Frenzy when they take damage. So there's that. Advent Magi, Gatekeeper Replacer, 50 HP, 5 armor, 80 aim, 90 will, 10 mobility, 0 dodge and defense. Advent making 5 to 9 damage. Advent Psyamp. Skills, Chain Mind Spin, a weaker Mind Spin that when it hits, it can bounce up to 3 additional targets within 5 tiles of each other. Cannot mind control the return cooldown. They do have a mind control with 5, which mind controls for 5 turns, probably with I got the return cooldown again. I forgot to add a cooldown, maybe probably like a 5 turn cooldown, probably. Psionic Bind, bind an enemy in psionic power, slowly crushing them and draining their life force. Does 3 damage per turn and heals the Magi each tick. Kind of like putting them into stasis, but evil stasis, and they take damage every turn, and killing or disorientating the Advent Magi will break it, kind of like how you take care of mind control. Mass Resurrect raises all human and Advent bodies as zombies in a 6-tile zone. Does no damage to return cooldown. Line them up in kill zone. Undercover Advent Trooper, Faceless Replacer. HP 15, 0 armor, 75 aim, 70 will. Dodge 10, mobility 16, civilian disguise. Advent make pistol 3 or 4 damage, concussion grenade. Disguise. This trooper looks like a mask hood of civilians, but anyone within 6 tiles. The trooper rips their headgear to reveal their ploy. Reveals concealed units. Quick draw and concussion grenade, which is pretty much just a blinding grenade. Advent Brawler Trooper. I really like what I did with the Brawling Trooper. It's probably my personal favorite out of all of the replacers. HP 20, armor 3, 80, aim, dodge and defense 0, mobility 16, well 80, loadout Brawler Exo armor. Pummel rushes an enemy and smack them around, 5 to 6 damage. Headlock rushes an enemy and binds them in a headlock. If not freed in 2 turns, the soldier is knocked unconscious. Then 10 damage is required to force the Brawler to let go. Punch and Run, getting a scamper move after a pummel attack, and Boxing Champ may block melee attackers and shove them 1 tile away from you. Does no damage, but leaves the soldier exposed. Toxin Trooper for a Chrysalid Replacer. HP 10, armor 2, 70 aim, dodge 10, will 70, mobility 16. Advent SMG does 4 to 5 damage. And Neurotoxin Dart Gun. They have hit and run, so if they attack a flank target, they gain a scamper move. Neurotoxin Dart, lethal dart that does 5 points of damage per turn. If the target dies, they are raised as a zombie, and stats and damage on par with side zombies. Advent Watchman add-on, kind of like a Advent Sentry from Long War. You guys ever played Long War? Advent Sentry, annoying as hell. 10 HP, 0 armor, 80 aim, no dodge or defense, 15 mobility, and 70 will. Loadout targeting module and Advent Meg Rifle, 5 to 7 damage. Mass target, marks all targets in a cone, costs 1 action, 2 turn cooldown. Cool under pressure, Guardian, and area suppression. Advent Commando, Codex Replacer. 15 HP, 0 armor, 80 aim. 0 dodge or defense, 12 mobility, 70 will, Advent Meg Rifle, and a weapon scrambler. Battle scanner style grenade that jams enemy weapons, forcing them to reload. So it's pretty much like a, I guess, weaponized version of the psionic bomb, but it doesn't do any damage when the psionic bomb hits. Relocate, and if an enemy misses a direct attack and then gain a free scamper move, only triggers on missed shots or melee attacks. To replace the cloning. And some key points. All replacers will still drop alien corpses similar to the Advent Empire mod. Skulljacking officers spawn a commando. Skulljacking a commando will spawn an avatar. And also on the side gate mission, an Advent Magi will spawn instead of a gatekeeper. And as always, oh my fucking god, that's a bright ass ugly yellow screen. Jesus Christ, sorry to anybody watching this at 1 o'clock in the morning. Any modders interested, let me know on the Discord or the comments below. I am a part of the Xcom 2 modding Discord right here. You know, want to message me on the brainstorming or something. I don't know, we can work something out. We can start like a DM or something, but anyway, I'm done blabbling. Thank you all for watching, and I'm out.